but I'm not 100% sure. Let's fix this camera upside down. Oh, no, there we go. I think that's working. It's going to be a bit delayed. And now I'm going to turn my Discord off. And you can see me. Alrighty, we can get started. Although YouTube has logged me out, I hope that hasn't affected things. Thank you, R-Boy. I'll just check. R-Boy, how many people are in the live stream? Oh. No, I exited that. But what we'll do is, hang on, I'll just get the link up. See how many people are in. I actually can't see how many. Oh no, I can. 7 people. Beautiful. Might just wait a couple more minutes just to see if anyone else wants to join. I think how many? Yeah, there's 7 people watching now. So maybe I'll wait like 2 or 3 more minutes. If that doesn't increase, we'll just get going because assumably most people can watch the recording. So just so you know, every week or every bi-week when I do these market updates or live streams, if you can't attend at 6 p.m, 7 p.m, 8 p.m, whenever I do it because you have dinner or you're working or you have whatever on, I'll be uploading every single one to the video updates of the website of the Trading Academy part. And I can post them in the Discord if the recordings aren't too big. So just take note with that. And sorry, let me just double check my Discord is live. Okay. Yes, Daniel asking if there's a live stream tonight. Danny, you never seem to amaze me. But going back to what I was saying, I think what I'll do, given that there weren't a lot of questions or anything that people wanted me to watch, look at or go over or explain. There were no questions on the TA. There were none on Bitcoin price action, altcoins, or any of our holdings. So if you guys can see on the right-hand side, I believe, of the live stream, there's a chat. It is turned on to subscribers only mode, so you just need to log into your YouTube account if you have one, or if it's hopefully automatically logged in. Hopefully you're already subscribed to us. If so, you can pop questions in there or make commentary or queries however you see fit. So please, the best way these work, and I know I sound annoying in the Discord, but I mentioned it 4 times in 12 hours, but really these are for you guys. I do the live stream so you guys can learn more, so you can understand more of the analysis, what part of the cycle we're at, literally anything. We can look at projects you guys are interested in that you might think I might be interested in. You might want me to look into any chart or anything. So really these are for you. So I encourage you to not be scared or nervous or whatever, but kind of make the most of what this is because it's for you guys. And yeah, so I thought given that we didn't really have that many questions, we did have a couple from Paul, I believe, which I'll get to a bit later, but I thought I'd quickly just run through the service as quickly as possible and how I think you guys should approach it. Obviously, a few of you are new. I don't know if any of the new members are watching amongst the 15 of you right now, but I think this is a good chance to show you how you should approach or use the service. So really there's 2 parts to the service. There's, sorry, one second, Peter, I'm watching but can't access the YouTube chat right now. All good, Peter. Paul, sorry, I'm just reading Discord messages off my phone, so sorry if I misplace your name, say your name. I'm just reading the chat now. So in any case, best way to approach it, because you new members, there's really 2 sides to how the Trading Academy works. There is obviously the website, which is the main central part of the service, really of all of our services. So obviously if you're a full crypto member with us, you've got miners, you've got DeFi, you've got Trading Academy, you'll have all of this on the side. Really it should be a one-stop shop for everything crypto. I'll just see if I can hide this taskbar because it's going to get annoying. There we go. Yeah, so really this is your one-stop shop for all things crypto. So obviously you're part of the Trading Academy and this is part of the Trading Academy. So really this is where you look for our investments. This is where you look for token analyses. So as mentioned, actually I probably will get Discord up just obviously so I can show you guys. I did exit it, so no annoying notifications came, but we'll go through this. Yeah, so really, sorry, let's just quickly go back through investments. So investments will have all the buys and sells. Obviously, our recent buys and sells from the last 3 or so months are doing pretty horribly. But, you know, you can go to page 2, page 3, page 4, and see every investment that we've made for cycle 2. You'll see, obviously, the average buy. You get the token, the average buy, the status, whether it's open or closed, the entry, the exit, and then here it actually has an average buy as well. It's got an average buy as well, the gain or loss, etc, etc. So if you wanted to read into why we bought Phantom at this time, it'll take you to the token analysis part of it, and it will actually show you here what that analysis was for that buy. Then moving on, the token analysis is the main point of reference for all the fundamental and technical analysis. Just need to figure out how to turn off my sound on Discord because that is really annoying. People are messaging me. Notifications. Sound. I've disabled all sounds, so not too sure what's happening. Hopefully that fixed it. Sorry, apologies. So here you can come in, and now the new feature we've got to token analyses is any single project, I've done a full write-up of what that token is, and you get a coin library write-up of it. So it's essentially the tokenomics behind it, what's the blockchain technology it uses, might have information on the founders, partnerships, and essentially what the project is. So, you know, any given example I can find. So Echelon Prime, if you want to know why I have high conviction in this or what Echelon Prime is, you can either visit the initial buy post, which will have a full write-up. It'll mention the work paper, tokenomics as I mentioned. It'll have important links that I think you should use and the reasons why I like Prime. But if you just want to write up on what the project is, it won't have any of the TA involved or the buy or, you know, why I like it. It'll just have what it is. So, you know, you can really go to any of these coins. Dog with Hat, Cal's personal favorite. So yeah, you can really come here and you read absolutely everything on all of our investments. So you're up to scratch on A, what it is you're investing in, and B, why I like it. And then C, you can make that then your own decision on whether you'd also like to invest in it as well at the time that I am, or maybe at a different time, or you might be accumulating later or whatnot. Market updates, that's obviously the next most important part. And that'll be my pretty much weekly or bi-weekly market updates, where most of these updates usually cover across everything. It's not just Bitcoin. So I'll mention all the fundamental news from that week usually, followed by DXY and stock market analysis first, for anyone that's interested in that. Obviously, for those OGs and veterans here, you know how much of a play the USD as a fiat currency has and the DXY impacts on the Bitcoin chart, how there's an inverse correlation there. That's also with stocks and commodities. And really in 2022 to 2023, if you remember a lot of my analysis there and why I was able to kind of guide myself from the bottom of the stock markets to the bottom of the cryptocurrency market from September to November of 2022. And it was largely based on the stock market analysis and my findings that those markets had bottomed. And my expectation was that we had bottomed as well on cryptocurrency, which we had. We obviously had a month after that FTX, and then we bottomed in December, and then we were able to go from there. So really, yeah, these market updates go through that. So I'll give you an example. You'll get, you know, summary of all the fundamental news pieces from that week. And then obviously once you scroll down, as I mentioned, sorry, apologies. As a reminder as well, I don't know if there would be, I'm guessing some people out there that don't know this and they probably look at the charts and they go, you know, what the hell am I looking at? Please click into it and it opens up in a full HD on a new screen. You're not going to be able to see what the numbers are, what's happening on the charts unless you click into it. So please click into it. So as mentioned, this is a DXY chart on May the 15th. And yeah, and then obviously it goes into stock markets. Then we go into Bitcoin. You know, this is actually a really cool post. And funnily enough, you know, it's a good time to show this but there's probably times where I'm talking the Discord as the market's dumping, or things seem rather bearish and I'm blowing smoke up your asses. The reality is I'm not. Many of us who've been here a long time kind of emotionless to dumps like this and understand cyclically how this market works, and understand that when we have such high conviction in a long-term time horizon, that the low time frame noise doesn't matter. And you always hear me repeating that to you guys, and I'm sure a lot of you do block it out and you don't bother. But I do know, without naming any names, there are a few out there that kind of watch the chart 24/7 in each 5-minute candle, and if Bitcoin goes down a little bit, they're a bit unhappy, and if it goes up, they're a bit happy. But I will show those high time frame charts after, and why they are so good to guide you and your kind of emotions and psychology around the market to block out that noise. But I wanted to show this example because, you know, here it is on December the 16th, 2022. We're breaking up to go out on Christmas. I think Bitcoin, you know, was priced, there you go, 16,000 USD. So we'd drawn down from 69,000 to 16,000 in less than, well, in 13 months. And, you know, I kind of said to everyone, you know, how no matter how bearish things are in the cryptocurrency market, stock market, any financial market for that matter, one thing we always know is BTC always recovers. So does the market. This is investing service with a long time horizon. I was meant to say long-term time horizon. And we're not looking. Hello? Okay, I think that headset automatically turned off. So yeah, we're buying things when everyone compares Bitcoin is dead. I don't know about you, but do you guys get the bit of a sentiment that Bitcoin's kind of dead right now? Everyone thinks alts are dead. Everyone's saying this is the end. This is the top of the bull market. We're about to go back into the bear market, and Mt. Gox this, and the German government that. And, you know, just take a break from it if you need to. As I said here, you know, we still have this same thing. We have fantastic prices on altcoins that you guys don't realize. We haven't entered into the altcoin phase. You're not going to be able to get Solana at $20 in this alt cycle. You're not going to be able to get Chainlink at $5. You're not going to be able to get Bitcoin at 22,000. You're not going to be able to get ETH at 1,400. So just be patient. Especially, I know the long-term members have been ever so patient. But, you know, as I said here, you know, you'll read over the coming months, you know, you did in Bitcoin in December and January that Bitcoin was dead, as you are now. It's cyclical, rinse and repeat. So don't worry about it. You know, we've just made an NATH before the halving. Everything's been quite hectic, but, you know, as things move, I believe we'll re-rally, we'll take out new all-time highs, and the altcoin market will progress. And we've got an ETH ETF on July 2nd, which could help that. And a number of other catalysts that people kind of forget that I try and remind you guys of constantly. Yeah, there's Mt. Gox. Yeah, there's the SEC, yeah, there's the US dollar, there's all these different other things that can bring us down, but we've also got a Bitcoin ETF with 50 billion under management. We've also got an Ethereum ETF launching on July the 2nd. We've also got 2 presidents in the United States of America fighting over the cryptocurrency vote. You know, a plethora of other reasons, so don't lose sight and don't forget those either. But yeah, sorry, went on a bit of a tangent then, but thought it was important. Here was another one. You know, we traded up from 15K. We went as high as 30K, 32K I think it was. We traded back down to 25K both times. And there's a reason I say that I stick to my charts. And, you know, here I said, it sucks. Like, we've literally, it felt like we're back in a bear market from 32 to 25K. You wouldn't believe how it felt and the sentiment that was around. I hope you guys do remember what it was like. Danny and Bobby, if you're there, I think you should. I haven't been reading the comments, but in any case, yeah, you remember what it was like. It was horrific. Bitcoin would trade within a $100 range for a week and at major support, which was crazy. But yeah, I said the most hated rally is still alive with timing slightly adjusted. Pretty sure we got the most hated rally ever. So moving back onto it, video updates. This will have no updates from a while. You said the last one was last year when I was doing stuff like this for the Trading Academy. But now I'm going to start doing this more weekly. So all the video updates and live streams will go into here. And then recent updates is a new feature we've added. So if you've just missed out on the last week, last 2 weeks, sometimes glitches, just make sure you refresh it if that happens. And you'll go back and you'll say, oh, okay, I can catch up on the chain flip one that I missed, the Phantom one. Okay, there's new news on FET, and there was a market update just before that. So you can access all the recent updates here. And then just before I released the first research report I've done, which was just a brief overrun of Rune's protocol. It's brief, obviously, infancy in the last few months, who created it, ordinals behind it, the technicalities behind it, so etching, mint, transfers, how it utilizes UTXO and runestones. And I've just done a bit more kind of background knowledge on, why you should care, the advantages, some disadvantages, how you can participate, through different websites and tools. And I gave my conclusion really on runes that I don't want to be involved after being extremely bullish on the idea of DeFi on Bitcoin and building building applications on a protocol on Bitcoin. Really, it was a dream come true because I'm a Bitcoin maxi. B, DeFi on Bitcoin sounds hella cool in the most used ecosystem, globally. So yeah, but at the moment I found going through it, there's a lot of vaporware. It's all kind of memey NFTs. You can obviously know from our pups investment that it's gone, like we bought pups at $35. It went to $90 around the halving. Me being an idiot thought that post-halving it would continue as I did with most of the market. I think that's crashed to like $5 or $10 or something. It's like ridiculous, that chart. If you look at it, I'll actually see if I can get it up. So see if we can, like this. I don't even know if it would be on TradingView. It probably would, but I don't chart this chart because it's a bit ridiculous. It's at $7, up 3% today. So if we go, isn't that something? So now you can see why I'm not really too keen. And this was the first ever meme coin created on the Bitcoin network. It's an FYI. It's down 93% since April, a week out from the halving. Yep. So I kind of concluded that, I'm personally waiting for runes to further develop. Its technology and everything else underlying it. I believe it has a future, but probably one that requires patience. Let's wait until the solid projects come, and then we can think about investing. Because in the coming months, there's a few ecosystems that are really going to push the boundaries and really going to kind of grab your attention. And the other one's Ton. I don't know if Craig's here. But Telegram coin, one that I faded and in hindsight was, should have been an investment. But if you go to the Ton chart, let's get that up here. If you go to the Ton chart, I said, I was showing someone this today. We topped out in March, probably like the second week of March, third week of March. So right here was the altcoin top where everything started dumping. Telegram has gone on to do, 2x, just over. So it's pretty crazy. And when you think logically about all of us that use cryptocurrency, we have to use Telegram, don't we? And it's really cool that they're building an ecosystem and protocol applications through that software. So I'm really interested to see how that develops because I think obviously Telegram has a large holding in this ecosystem that is cryptocurrency as well. So let's just wait and see. Wait and see how it goes. But going back to the website quickly, that should be it. Now what I'll do is I'll get Discord up and I'll quickly just briefly run over that. So coming down, obviously you've got the general chat, which everyone can see publicly. But more importantly, I quickly wanted to just run through this. So soon in that introduction part, tomorrow, actually Thursday, I'll record a masterclass video, which will essentially be a quick, short and concise 5 to 10 minute video of what I'm doing kind of now. You've got the TA chat. Now this is where all of us can talk about whatever you want. Come in, is the volume poor? Oh, sorry. Maybe just your speakers, the munch. But yeah, you can come in here, you can ask me any questions you want. It's about investments, it's about something you've invested in, if it's a chart. I'm all day crypto 24/7. I'll talk to you about anything crypto that you want. So make the most of it. I feel like everyone here has questions, has curiosities, has things they want to explore, has maybe projects they want another opinion on, or maybe a chart to check out. Shoot it into here. I'll get back to you. Any of us will get back to you. Even if it's minor questions, I'm sure Big Taylor will be happy to answer you. And yeah, updates. Now this is just, obviously as you guys seen, every day I kind of summarize every single update I've done from every channel for you guys. Just so if I know you guys will work, you might have school or uni or whatever it is. and it might get to the end of the day and you see there's 100 notifications throughout these channels, just come to this channel at the end of the day. You can literally only have to tune in once to the Discord if you like. Unfortunately, the hardest thing about this service, I'll be honest, is catering for everyone and how everyone likes it. Some people like Telegram, hate Discord. Some people like constant messaging of how price action is going versus me shutting up, so on and so forth. So if you're one of those people that hates notifications and hates messages, I would just go through and mute every channel, which you can right click and mute channel until I turn back on. And maybe, well, obviously not the updates one, but just leave the updates one there and you'll get this at the end of the day. And oh, okay, cool. Mitch posted an article on the Dell CEO loving Bitcoin. You click on that and it literally just takes you straight there. Oh, okay, I'll click that, I'll read it, so on and so forth. Investments, this only relates to market updates and coin analyses updates and any comments I want to make on buys and purchases. I want to add that you can actually go to, every channel has important pinned messages that you should probably read, particularly if you're a new member. So if you go to here, I actually tell you exactly what this channel is for. I have super other important messages that I've been showing newer members, such as my high conviction investments, why the average buys next to them, etc., etc. So make sure you make the most of that, the pinned messages. Trades is relative to any leverage trading ideas or BTC setups I have. I'm not going to message through every single trade that I take. It's pretty much impossible given how fast price moves. But really the setups are there for you to take your own trades. I can't financially advise you. I can't trade for you. But what I can do is tell you what I'm doing and show you what I'm doing. And if I get a really good swing long idea, sorry, Cal's headset's a little funny. I'd have to borrow his. But yeah, you'll get all those ideas and those setups into here as an addition to the new service. Technical analysis is just my comments throughout the day that you'll get on various investments of ours and mainly Bitcoin. So, you know, for instance, I was showing in live comments on Bitcoin. You know, I made very clear and concise comments to you guys that once 64K was lost, we would most likely toast. You can see what happened. I wasn't as per se wrong. I was wrong in thinking 64K would hold. I wasn't wrong in the result of 64K being lost. Yeah, we dumped to 58K in a day on the same day. So, just technical analysis is all my comments over. So this morning, you know, I woke up and we had so much price action. I literally just got every high conviction investment of ours and just gave you an update on their chart so you could see, okay, CAS has come down on this huge dump a week ago. Tested major golden pocket with bounce, now reclaiming the 0.5 fib. Really strong SR flip. I probably made these comments here somewhere. CAS bounce major, yeah, heading upwards. Link continues to hold major. So this is so you guys can either make trading decisions or investing decisions. I'm not just or it's so you can be updated on price and you're aware as well. But I have to cater for everyone. So there might be someone out there that's seen Link at $18 and gone, oh fuck, you know what? I need to. Hopefully, I can wait until it comes to that high time frame horizontal support of the golden pocket that Mitch keeps mentioning is a great place to accumulate. I'll wait for that. So then when it does hit and I'm showing you that it's hitting and I'm updating you live on the chart that it's holding, you can then make that financial decision yourself. Okay, this should be a good place. I'll get my first entry at Link in. Okay, he's mentioned the next level of support is $7 to $8. That's where I'll place my next buy orders, so on and so forth. So really you can be for any of these charts. I've been updating you as I go. You can see all of them in their recent market updates too. But yeah. Fundamental analysis, I'll post so obviously part of my job is I write a lot of news articles every day on all the news happening in the cryptocurrency world. You can just come in here, click on the news article, you can quickly update yourself. I then obviously make comments on quick fundamental news pieces. Well, I actually did a news piece before, actually haven't done it yet. And it'll come in here and you can just be updated like that. Live streams, I'll obviously post the live streams in here. Thank you, Cal, very much. Research reports, pretty self-explanatory. Did the first one before. Thanks, Tony, for the reaction. You know, I love reactions. Video guys. So I've done a whole video guide on the Discord, which you guys can watch back if you need to. Shit posting is me thinking I'm funny. You can mute or leave this channel if you please, but I find I'm pretty funny sometimes. So, yeah, really, it's just memes and stupid stuff. So, and then, yeah, the rest is kind of irrelevant. So that's the Discord. That is the service online. I hope now any new members or people that were kind of wondering now understand all of that. What I will do now is I'm actually unsure. We've been going for half an hour, so not too long. I'll quickly, Blood Sun can't access chat, but has the following question ready. Would love to get your take on the US election, impacts on the cycle. How you think will the cycle respond to either candidate winning? So really, the US election is pretty much my biggest macro event that I'm eyeing off. And really, Blood Sun, it's a great question because, I've spoken to Will about this that asked for you. I've spoken to many people about this, that really my profit taking and the way I approach the end of this cycle will be largely based on that election, but it'll also be based off the price action that happens obviously before then and then after then. Because say we rally to new all-time highs of 150,000, we pull back before the election, that changes things, doesn't it, if we're yet to break new all-time highs from here prior to that election. But generally, the gist of that election is both pro-crypto now. Biden is slowly turning because he has to, because Donald Trump is winning that crypto vote by asserting he wants Bitcoin mining and Bitcoin, really crypto innovation, to remain in the States. So that's a big thing for them. And really now it's Biden clawing back. So really we're going to you've got this debate coming in on Friday, Blood Sun, which I would watch. You've got multiple debates, multiple news conferences, multiple rallies that will lead into this election where Bitcoin will be at the forefront of it. My initial reaction is that I do think we rally before then regardless, and I do think it could be a big seller news event, which I would actually be looking to, depending on how much investment we've made per units on altcoins by then, if we've had a true altcoin rally, I would actually look to de-risk a lot into that event just as things stand. It's my personal opinion, because when you've got the president of the United States, or both of them, with billions around the world watching them talking crypto, it seems like a likely sell the news event. Once again, the timing and my decisions will be based on what actually happens before then, and I can't predict what will happen before then. So that's just something to keep in mind as well. But great question. And additionally, I think the Bitcoin, in general, crypto and stocks will react poorly to Joe Biden winning the election. Not poorly as per se, but not as bullish as Trump winning. I think everyone kind of knows Trump's a bit more bullish with his policies on how he operates things for the stock market, cryptocurrency, etc. So, I definitely think Trump would be a bit more bullish than Biden. But as for, it looks like a risk-off event to me towards the end of the year if we do get a really good rally before then. Are there any shit coins and meme coins you're watching over the remainder of 2024? Pretty much all the ones I hold. But no, I think if you want, I produced my top 5 meme coin picks for this 2024-2025 year. For those that didn't see that, really it's just got the blue chip kind of memes in there. And what I mean by that is the more multi-billion dollar solid ones, a part of each ecosystem that I think, in a full altcoin run would be a lot more solid than others. And what I mean by that is, so let's say you've got base. My choice there was Brett, which you guys probably seen explode recently into billions. Why do I like Brett? Because base is the ecosystem of Coinbase. If we're in a full alt season where Bitcoin's above $100,000 and Coinbase is the #1 downloaded app on the Apple App Store, you bet that Brett is probably going to be being eaten up by every retail person that deposits $50 to $100 into their Coinbase account and sees that Brett's the biggest meme there and whatnot. So that's one example. Pepe and Doge and WIF were 3 others, because I think Doge will actually outperform most major altcoins irrespective of its utility. WIF and Pepe are more relevant to their ecosystems in ETH and Solana as beta plays to both of them. So really, if ETH explodes after this ETF, Pepe is the leading meme on ETH. Thus, it should outperform other memes. Same as WIF. You watch WIF and Sol, they're in tangent. That's why I was a bit scared yesterday. If you look at the Sol chart and the WIF chart, they were cooked. And what I mean by cooked is, I said that when price was here. So we'd lost the major pivot golden pocket. We dipped into obviously the demand zone, but we lost, a pretty clean diagonal line of support that was holding up, the market, Solana, pretty well. And then, if we probably didn't bounce on BTC or we didn't find enough demand in this demand zone, we could have probably revisited that 786 or the $90 to $100 mark, more down here. If I show you WIF just completely lost horizontal support. It's trading down a fair bit now. But you can see it's actually got a really bearish chart right now if we get downside continuation, because what it's done is it's traded down on this downtrend. It's then lost its major horizontal level by taking all the liquidity under these lows, and rather than bouncing off taking that liquidity, it's then dived even lower down to $1.40. It's rebounded as high, to try and reclaim this golden pocket, but it's still rejecting that downtrend and now rejecting the reclaim of the golden pocket. So I suspect this will need Solana and market-wide support. Solana's not going to just, if Bitcoin keeps dumping, Solana's not going to just magically pump back to $200, and neither will WIF. So require, I think, BTC to get a couple of levels, and then you might see, WIF reclaim this GP and then break downtrend and begin outperforming. So yeah, they're really the main meme coins I'm watching. Jay, Brett, Pepe, WIF, Doge. I know they're all majors. Pups is obviously one that's traded down a lot now, which is a bit sad. But that is essentially. So just quickly checking something. That's essentially the gist of it. So, Sol USDT triple bottom. Let's take a look. Yeah, somewhat, I guess you could argue if you. So I don't really trade triple. It doesn't really look like a triple bottom as such. You can almost argue it's somewhat a slanted head and shoulders, if anything. Just looking at pretty ugly though. Anyways. Headset automatically turns off. What I will quickly show is why I'm bullish on Bitcoin still. If I get across this chart. Actually, we have been going for a fair bit, almost 40 minutes. Probably best to do this in the next market update. Does anyone have any further questions or anything they want me to go through? I think this was a good introductory live stream to show you guys the live stream itself, how they occur, the website and the Discord. I hope you're all across that. You can rewatch this again if you need to go back through that. Did you guys want me to go over anything whilst we're here, or are we happy to kind of decide that it's good to see this is how it works and we'll improve on the next one? So as I noted, this is largely based around what you guys want, what content you want, what you want me to look at. If not, I can plan them ahead and plan for what you want, what I think I should show you, but that's not as good. Yeah, I have big expectations for. Sorry, where are we? Cass, Tom. I was a buyer here. So late last year, if my day trading members remember, is I did a huge leverage long from, I think it was like 10 cents up to whatever it was, 50 cents, hitting a 5x on Cass on leverage. I then exited my position, around here or here, I can't remember. And anyways, Cass traded back and then re-rallied, and I missed a huge move, but I decided from there I really wanted to get back in Cass, because of the mining, the technology itself, and the utility of the project. But I thought it was a great coin to trade as well on with technical analysis. So once we came back and we developed, this thing, I can't remember my exact philosophy, but we came back down to here, and I decided to all my guys in day trading, I was saying, I'm prepping for a long-term swing position on Cass, is that I just decided to buy 5 units on spot so I could go into summer, because I bought it, late December. So I think I bought it, I think I bought it on the 18th here. So I decided, once we drew down to 10 cents here, that's where I was going to buy it on spot. Pretty lucky, because if I did try to do a huge leverage position again, instantly wiped on this liquidation candle straight into the major pivot GP. So since then, we've obviously rallied, put in a new ATH, had this kind of market top from February to March where we had a massive downtrend. We broke that really cleanly. Since putting a new all-time high, dumps off the back of, this was when Bitcoin was at 70,000, 71,000. Since retraded back down to that same pivot golden pocket, as you can see, and somewhat, kind of really cyclical cash. You can see how clean the kind of price action is here when it breaks these downtrends. So it might be here, even if we come, let's just shoot this here. It might be, now if we get market-wide continuation, the fact that we've come back, retested this GP like this, bounced back above horizontal support that we're backtesting and holding, I think CAS has further upside to come. Particularly, when I make these comments, it's not just, BTC draws down to 48K and the altcoin market goes to shit, then I don't think CAS will just magically outperform like it did in 2023. It's an established top 50 project now, top 100 at least. But in any case, Tom, I think it's a really good retail coin as well. People in retail like the idea of a Bitcoin competitor. They can't make money on Bitcoin. What's the next best thing? Okay, a small multi-billion-dollar market cap proof of work algorithm that uses miners as proof of work. So I do believe upside is coming. Further upside. You might be surprised that it might be a late cycle coin, so don't get too excited over midterm price action, but I do believe it can perform really well over the long term. Chev, I mentioned in chat about psychology this afternoon. I personally switch off when a blood path starts, as in the GC code, so I don't take it much. So what's your thoughts? Yeah, Chev, I'm not sure when you joined. I'm tipping you might have joined a little late, but I literally just went over this in a market update that I did before. So if we go to market updates, I won't get it back up, but I think that's a great way to do it. As I said, everyone copes differently, Chev, with price action. There's some of us that have been here since 2016 and have gone through worse crashes than anything you've experienced in this cycle. I sent a image into the general chat of the Trading Academy today saying, reminding people, it's awesome to see alts holding up like this, because back in the day, in May of 2021, this is just one single day. If you opened up your app, Ethereum was down 40% in a day. So that would be the same as Ethereum going from 3,300 here to 1,500 in a day. Uniswap was down 50%. Bitcoin was down 24% in a day. So, think about how much that is. XRP, so on and so forth. So what we're experiencing now, a lot of us have experienced a lot worse. It comes through the time in the market and experience. I say this to my day traders all the time. Majority of crypto is that. You're not going to be in crypto for 2 months and be the best trader and be able to stomach everything, so on and so forth. So just understand that, it is all kind of relative to you. But I think it's a great idea what you do, Chevs, and turn your phone off or just don't bother looking at the apps. I think that works for a lot of people, particularly if you're here for the long term and you've got a long-term time horizon. There isn't any need to kick up a fuss over short-term prices, because all you need to do is to simply remind yourself of the last time that it happened and what the result was after. You can go back to the capitulation of FTX. You can go back to the capitulation of the banks a few months after that. There were so many capitulations on this way up that the end result was that we achieved all-time highs in the end. And I was saying that in December of... I was saying that in December of 2022, the price of Bitcoin was $16,500. And I was telling people, don't worry about it. The grass is always greener on the other side. We're yet to ever revisit that price again. So there were a few questions, from, I believe, from Pagio. Peter, sorry, I might have called you Paul before, Peter. Sorry, apologies. Peter, he asked me about... Yeah, so these grid bots, I'm not going to give any recommendation on them, Peter, because I've never used them. My understanding of grid bots is they ascertain entries and exits at certain levels of the grid, at different levels, and it constantly sells and buys, and it kind of removes risk, I believe, because you're not in a position for long and it cuts it short. No worries, Chev. Hopefully that explained it. All good. Peter, yeah, no worries. But in saying that, the reason why I don't invest in them is, I'm not sure of the return on them. I don't think they're great, but I just kind of have the belief and conviction that if I can invest myself, apply technical analysis myself, not have it automated, so I can make more money than it being automated in a little grid bot. I'm sure if they were the bee's knees and be all end all, we'd all be on them type of deal. But feel free to go ahead and research yourself. It might be that you are after an automated, really low risk strategy as opposed to trading and investing yourself. So go ahead and research that if you want, but my recommendation would be training yourself, getting to learn technical analysis and fundamental analysis yourself, and making your investments yourself. You know, there's probably nothing worse than if you did lose money on that, and the fact that, you know, all you've got to blame is that grid bot rather than yourself. So that's that. You did ask another question. What is the block DAG pre-sale about? I'm not sure. I went on it. I haven't heard about this, Peter. I have shocking experiences with pre-sales. I did 2 in 2020, 2022. Both were 0 now. I feel like pre-sales are very vaporware-ish, but they have raised over 50 million, I think it's all. I'll look into this a bit more now. I assume this is a proof of work mining coin because it utilizes the block DAG technology, which Casper does as well. Are these miners for it? Probably. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so it seems like this is a massive Casper ripoff, or competitor, which it may be. Peter, I'll have a bit more of a look into this. My initial thoughts are that it is vaporware-ish. Seems like a ripoff of Casper, really, utilizing block DAG and Ghost Protocol. But I'll read into the mechanics of it. I'll read into who the founders are, what partnerships they have, how legit these guys are, and do a bit more research for you, and I'll get back to you in the general chat. Alrighty, we've been going for about 45 minutes. If anyone has any last remaining questions or a chart they want me to look at or anything they want me to quickly mention or discuss, I can do that. If not, we'll probably just wrap it up there for the first live stream. I think it was a good one to explain and kind of show you how these all go. As noted, these are for you. Super important that you guys utilize these the most that you can. And the way you do that is doing what Peter did. And the funniest part about this is Peter only joined the Trading Academy yesterday and already asked me 2 questions for the live stream. No one else had any questions. So please continue to ask those questions, Peter. Everyone else, please take a leaf